We mainly service private parking lot owners in the downtown Wilmington area, and the majority of our lots are not pay parking lots. Probably 75 to 80% of our lots are private enforcement lots. In other words, they are for the use of the business or the property owner only, and we want to discourage people from using that as available parking and encourage them to use city parking or the private pay lots that we may represent. And in those lots that we represent, it really doesn't compete with the street parking. The street parking is usually a shorter term parking. It's people who are going to shoot in for a quick lunch, or to buy something at a shop that they frequent. Whereas our parking lots are all day parking. It's one flat rate, $7 for the entire day, and it's for people who mean to leave their car there and maybe come back to it after lunch, grab a few things, do some sightseeing, that kind of thing. So for the most part, we kind of reach a different clientele. We do a lot of tourism, parties, special event parking, that kind of thing. As a matter of fact, we just started Park Select Valet mainly toward that party planner clientele that seems to be growing in leaps and bounds. We've got, I think, a couple of dozen weddings on the books for this coming summer. People who are going to have to accommodate large groups for a specific period of time. So we do accommodate that. And most of our lots are cross-utilization lots. We tend to look at the lot from a perspective of how best can this lot serve the current owner or the business that the lot is attached to, and the surrounding businesses that it's attached to. So we look at really optimization of parking as opposed to just making sure that we're filling every space every day. We're really trying to optimize it for the given area. And because we have a lot of cross-utilization lots that may accommodate a restaurant, or they might accommodate a printing company. And then in the evenings, when that business isn't in need of the space, it can accommodate people who are coming out to dinner, or people who are here for tourism or for a wedding. Wilmington has some pretty strict guidelines about how valets can work. There's not really a lot of space in the city streets. There's not a lot of space that a regular valet company can really operate in the downtown Wilmington area. So valet for the businesses that are there, the restaurants and the venues that are there, has really just not been very successful. What we realized is that many of our lot owners, and we approached several of them before we even began, weren't really comfortable with instituting pay parking in their lots during their off hours. But they did not mind us using their parking lots to sort of stage drop-off points and everything, which took that traffic, that valet traffic, off of the street and accommodated the city. So we actually have access to some of the properties that allow us to do that. And we started looking at that, and we started getting a lot of phone calls. We already do, a lot of lot rentals for special events and weddings and that kind of thing. And many of them really wanted that service. Well, what about valet services? And so we started looking at, well, how can we incorporate that and make it work here? And really, the shuttle service is really, at this point, the more popular of the two. We have several valet plans, everything from, just your average, drop your car with the valet, he gives you your keys, you text him when you want your car to come back around, he pulls it back, all the way to premium, where your car gets detailed. But shuttling is really one of the ones that's more popular in the downtown Wilmington, simply because we have parking lots that are available, but they're far enough away from that downtown riverfront, that beautiful riverfront where most of the venues tend to be, that they're really not being used. But with a shuttle service, we're able to bring them to the venue.